are the case histories of women. We heard Arpita, a psychologist, who said that even this isolated incidence of violence is not acceptable. It's commendable that these women have come out. What the Domestic Violence Act itself gives, it just gives a tool to these women to come out and speak before the court of law. Now, it is not to negate that there is other forms of violence in other situations. Second question is, do these victims have a recourse under law? They do. They do under the IPC. One aspect of Domestic Violence Act is who is the aggrieved person. The second aspect is what are the reliefs under the Act. The reliefs are the reliefs that women in the domestic violence situation require. These are reliefs which the women want so that they can be protected against a situation of violence. These are monetary orders, compensation orders, precedence orders. These are reliefs which are tailor-made to suit a woman. A man does not need these reliefs. A man is going out to work, he's earning for himself, he doesn't need a monetary order from court. So we are dealing with a specific situation of women, and therefore we are giving them relief.
Arpita, I'd like to come to you. I mean, we're talking a lot about things that need to change, should change, the laws that may work, may not work. But as a common person sitting out there watching me in my house, if I see somebody who's suffering from abuse, what can I do? If there is someone who is suffering abuse herself or himself, what should they do? I mean, what are the basic things that one can do to maybe empower themselves or tell a friend how you can move out of it, how to get out of it?
Sure. Firstly, I'm hoping that, maybe through a lot of the talks of the people who've suffered violence, maybe our viewers have been able to pick up on some tips. But if I was quickly to sum that up, I think the first message that people need to take away is that violence is unacceptable. The second message they need to take away is that they can raise the voice. So, just the fact that a lot of systems are not in place or might not be working should not be a reason to not stand up and speak against it. There are several NGOs that work in the interest of issues like domestic violence. Please seek the support. What really needs to happen, like the change will actually happen within yourself. The rest of it is only secondary, but once the change happens inside you, you will be able to seek that out.
Once you realize that I don't want this as my life, right. I will not tolerate it.
Absolutely. So what you have to say to yourself is that your first responsibility is towards yourself, towards making sure that you're safe. And I do think that a lot of other things like financial independence, the ability to be able to take care of yourself, maybe maximizing on whatever emotional support is available to you, because even if one relationship is breaking down, we can hope that there's somebody else in your life who will join hands with you and help you through that process.
Could be a friend, could be a relative, could be anyone.
Absolutely. And your other question about like if you're viewing somebody in an abusive relationship, you need to educate that person. You need to tell them that that's not okay. Maybe get them factual information, get other people like people or organizations involved in informing them about what their options are and what their rights are. I think that's something that's very critical.
So I think it's very, very important to realize that to your own self, that violence is not okay in any form. And like Arpita said, it's foremost to accept it in your own mind, to change your own mindset that I will not accept this any longer. And then obviously it's a chain reaction. There are support groups available. There is a legal recourse available. Ask for help, talk to friends. I hope we've been able to shed some light on this very, very complex issue, and it's something we all feel very strongly about, which is why today's show has been, everyone giving their opinion on it, because it is a complex issue with many sides to it. But like I said, I hope we've shed some light on it, and hope that somebody watching who's suffering has figured out a way to maybe move out of an abusive relationship. That's all we have time for on today's show. If you have any feedback, please write into feedback@ndtv.com and keep watching NDTV.